Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene Edwards. You are watching Lubed for March the 6th, 2023. Happy thoughts again in Edmonton and in Oiler Nation as the Edmonton Oilers defeat the Buffalo Sabres tonight by a count of 3-2 at the First Niagara Center in Buffalo. This game, honestly, polar opposite of what we witnessed on, what was it, Saturday against Winnipeg. Stellar game. These, for me anyway, these are the games I love to watch. High octane offense, lots of, well, not really lots of offense, but lots of offensive opportunities. Really good game. So I'm just going to run down some of these stats from the first period. There was a total combined shot total of 35 shots. The total count by the end of the night was 76. So the first period alone accounted for 46% of the shot total for this game. This was a fun game to watch. Polar opposite. The goaltending was awesome too. Way to go, Stewie. You're getting an honorable mention. I am giving the X Factor to Connor because he wheeled us through and got us the win. And we'll dive into that when we get to that point. But honorable mention to Stewie. Just a great night. Let's get into the scoring summary here as there's only a few goals. Connor McDavid getting the first one at 7:21 from Ryan McLeod and Cody Ceci. Then Jeff Skinner on the power play from Tage Thompson. That Tage Thompson is something else too. Like he's a bit of the future for Buffalo. Buffalo's not the team from a few years ago, by the way. This is a much better Buffalo Sabres. They're fighting to get into the playoffs. I hope they squeak in because I like the Buffalo Sabres actually. Derek Ryan scores in the second period at 18:45, his 11th of the year from Devon Shore, Darnell Nurse. We go to the third period with the Oilers up 2-1 when Dylan Cousins scores very quickly in the third period, making it 2-2, and then Connor. This guy has done it so much, man, like wheels us through all these games and gets us the victory all the time. And so many times this year, I have not acknowledged him on the X Factor because it's just normal for him. And I got to stop doing that. I really got to stop doing that because this guy at the end of the year is going to have hopefully the biggest hardware, the Stanley Cup, but he's going to be surrounded by the Hart Trophy, the Morris Rocket Richard Trophy, all that stuff. He's going to be surrounded by, I don't know all the names right now, but he's going to be surrounded by all of it. He's a gem. He's a gem. And I've said that over and over, so I don't need to continue on, but he is definitely a gem. Okay, so as far as the current standings go, the Edmonton Oilers still, or have bounced back, I guess. I think they were at third at one point, but they are now currently in the wild card spot. Technically, they are tied with Seattle, but Seattle has a game in hand. The Oilers have a record of 35-22-8 for 78 points. And I tell you what, like it's starting to, some of these teams are really starting to get out of this race pretty quick here. Calgary is really going to have a tough time getting in there. Nashville, even though I said that they have all these games in hand, I actually looked at it the other day. I'm like, Nashville has only 68 points, though. So right now, we're 10 points above Nashville. So even if they win on those games in hand, they still don't get up to the Edmonton Oilers level. So, yeah, I never took that into consideration when I was talking about it the other day. As you can see, Puck Money, or Money Puck, has the Oilers listed at 94.4% chance to make this year's postseason, and let's hope they do. Let's hope they do. I think they will. I think it's a no-brainer. How well they do, it's a different story. I mean, Los Angeles really bolstered up. Seattle's doing very well, so we will see how it all plays out when it's all done and said. Okay, let's go into tonight's X Factor, guys. Like I said, it's Connor. Connor all the way.
The McGillis scores! The Edmonton Oilers have tied the game!
Here are your Edmonton Oilers X Factors for tonight.
Kind of ruined it for everyone now that I think about it, because I basically acknowledged the X Factor before I acknowledged the X Factor. But yeah, you got to give this one to Connor. 2-goal nights, including the game-winning goal late in the third period there. He does this game in, game out. Like, he's such an amazing talent to watch. It's ridiculous. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but I'm so happy he's an Edmonton Oiler. And I'll still remember the day that we won that lottery, and how me and my one buddy, we just absolutely exploded. I think my one buddy ended up hurting his wrist by punching his roof. So, yeah, and I'll tell you what, he's lived up to exactly what we expect out of him. Let's just hope that our team as a whole can do him the favor and give him what he really wants, and that's a Stanley Cup. So, yeah. Okay. That goes now, without saying, the next upcoming games here. And they got the Boston Bruins coming up on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, pretty soon this list is going to just start creeping down lower and lower, and it won't be a 10-game count. It'll be 9, 8, 7. We're not far off of that, because they have, 16 games or 17 games left after this? And they got a few tough ones in there. They got Vegas coming up for 2. They got Seattle in there. They got the Stars, Bruins, and Leafs coming up here, the next 2. So not an easy go, but I think the Oilers have managed to place themselves in a respectable spot where I think they have a good chance of being in the postseason. I would just like to see them get a little bit higher, get that home ice advantage going. But you know what? From a guy that went through for all of us Oiler fans that were around, from 96 to, 2006 they made the finals. And then from 2007, we had the decade of darkness. So I'm not going to complain if they just get in the playoffs. So, yeah, definitely not. Okay, let's go to the final thoughts for tonight, guys. I'm just gonna check if there's any comments. If so, I will. And it doesn't appear to be any comments. So I guess I am done. I will do my video tomorrow for the Boston Bruins pre-game. And that will be about it. Even though that game is going to be on Thursday, I'm going to try to get that video done tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'm freed up. I have a day off of the channel, and I can catch up on some other stuff. But other than that, guys, if you are new to this channel and witnessing this for the very first time and like the content that I can deliver to you guys, feel free to hit like, share, and subscribe. For the rest of you guys, as always, stay healthy, stay happy, stay hydrated. I will see you tomorrow night. Have a good night.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget